The Taj Mahal. Every single year, between 7 and 8 million people from every corner of the globe flock to India to see it. It is one of the most visited and photographed locations on Earth, a flawless masterpiece of white marble celebrated as the ultimate monument of love. But look closer at where the Taj Mahal actually stands. Right on the muddy banks of the Yamuna River. By all laws of modern physics and engineering, this colossal 241-foot structure should have collapsed centuries ago. It should have sunk straight into the shifting river silt, but it didn't. Today, we unseal the files on the Curio Ledger to find out why. To understand the genius of the Taj Mahal, we have to look back to 1631. Emperor Shah Jahan was devastated by the death of his favorite wife, Mumtaz Mahal. Determined to build her an eternal resting place, he hired a visionary architect, Ustad Ahmad Lahori. But Lahori faced a fatal structural crisis. The ground near the river was essentially a soft, wet sponge. Instead of trying to find solid rock, Lahori decided to manipulate the water. He ordered his workforce of over 20,000 stonemasons, artisans, and laborers to dig deep, massive wells down past the water table. They packed these stone wells full of thick trunks of rare ebony and mahogany timber. Under normal circumstances, burying wood in water is structural suicide. But there is a brilliant piece of science at play here. Because these timbers are positioned well below the Yamuna River level, they are kept entirely submerged. In this deep underwater environment, there is a complete absence of oxygen. Without oxygen, the microorganisms that cause wood decay cannot survive, meaning the foundation cannot rot. Instead of rotting, the timber constantly absorbs moisture, causing it to petrify and become even harder over time. This unique chemical environment effectively turned the wood into a subterranean foundation as solid as iron, capable of carrying the immense load of the grand monument above for centuries without shifting. But a waterproof foundation was only half the battle. The river itself posed a constant deadly threat. The powerful seasonal currents of the Yamuna could easily erode the riverbank and cause the land beneath the structure to slide away entirely. To prevent this, Lahori built a massive solid stone retaining wall along the riverfront to act as a hydraulic shield. Upstream, engineers built hidden stone embankments that subtly bent the river's path, absorbing its kinetic energy and gently deflecting the heaviest monsoonal currents away from the monument. And to bind the massive marble blocks together against the brutal Indian heat, builders didn't use standard mortar. They engineered a unique rubbery paste called sarvuch. This was a complex recipe combining lime, clay, and sand spiked with organic ingredients, unrefined cane sugar, sticky wood apple pulp, high-protein lentil flour, curd, and jute fibers. This incredibly sticky, fibrous concoction acted like ancient fiberglass. It allowed the joints between the massive stones to expand and contract without ever cracking the marble. This combination of petrified wood, hydraulic engineering, and flexible mortar had to support an unprecedented scale. Construction took over 22 years, concluding around 1653, costing an estimated 32 million rupees at the time, the equivalent of nearly $1 billion today. Materials were pulled from all across Asia to satisfy the emperor's design. Over 1,000 elephants transported pristine white Makrana marble from Rajasthan, while 28 different types of precious and semi-precious gems, including lapis lazuli from Afghanistan and jade from China, were inlaid directly into the walls. But the true genius was in the safety features designed to protect the queen's resting place. If you look at the 4 massive minaret towers framing the main dome, they look perfectly straight, but they aren't. Lahori deliberately angled them a fraction of a degree outward. This optical illusion forces them to look vertical from a distance. More importantly, it ensured that if an earthquake hit, the towers would fall away from the central dome. Inside the primary mausoleum, the architecture shifts from visual marvels to auditory ones. The inner dome is designed as a perfect acoustic echo chamber. If a single note is sung or a prayer is whispered near the tombs, the sound wave doesn't just bounce back. It hangs suspended in the air, reverberating for up to 28 seconds before fading into silence. Today, the Taj Mahal faces its greatest threat, and it stems directly from the vulnerability of its secret foundation. The river that gave it life is drying up significantly due to upstream dams and heavy pollution. As the water level plummets around Agra, the ancient airtight protective seal is finally breaking. For the first time since 1631, air and oxygen are reaching those ancient ebony logs. The moment oxygen enters the equation, the wood risks becoming brittle, rotting, and fracturing under the immense weight above. The Taj Mahal was engineered to last forever, but only if we can keep its foundation underwater. As the river continues to retreat, this iconic wonder of the world remains locked in its most critical battle against time. If you loved unsealing this mystery, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.